All right, Chippo Crimes. I survived the 24-hour YouTuber race. Once again, the Senior Frogs have gone out to Buckmore to do a 24-hour race. 24-hour race. A 24-hour race once again. I didn't make the team this year, unfortunately. Maybe next year. I didn't try. So.
Welcome back to Buckmore.
I do love McCartan.
Park for year 2 of the highly anticipated 24-hour YouTuber karting race.
I've seen the first 30 seconds of this, and I was away, and I was like, hang on a second, this is quality. I need to react to it again. So here you go, Chip. Only like last one.
An intense 24 hours, narrowly missing out on a podium finish. But this year they're back, and joining their ranks is a new teammate and a seasoned team principal.
It's
Across
the video.
the 24 hours, over 1,600 laps of the Buckmore Park circuit will be completed. On average, each lap should take 50.5 seconds in the dry and 1 minute 10 in the wet. In this year's race, 25 teams will compete, divided into 2 classes.
What happened to YouTube, man? Like, it's gone nuts. Beyond belief. Imagine trying to make a Zerkaa Thursday now. Look at what is this? This is Sky Sports.
Once again, we've been placed in the rookie class, with our goal being a top 3 finish as Senior Frogs look for their redemption.
They're doing Drive to Survive interviews.
We're back.
All I'm going to be doing this entire time is just attaching mics to helmets. That's my job.
Long gone are the days of a flimsy whiteboard. This year we came equipped with a radio system, allowing for constant communication with the driver on track.
You have a very small car.
You're probably wondering, what the hell is this on my head? Well, big news here at Senior Frogs. I've been given a promotion. I am now Senior Frogs.
Man, like Christian Horner, you know? This is nuts already.
Team principal for this year's 24-hour Buckmore race.
He can delegate. He can get the team together. He can boost morale.
That's really taking it serious.
And he's good at managing people. And he's also just really slow, so yeah, it's the only role we had for him.
All right, well, let's get to work. So, as always, before the race starts, we get a nice little practice run where we want to put a few laps in, but not go too hard to ruin the tires.
So obviously we have a new team member this year, a new driver, and his name is Callum McGinley.
Everything was going great until we realised we were...
You know how serious they took this so seriously, by the way, that when we was in Switzerland, Harry loaded the lap times of Lux practicing the week before to make sure that Lux was like doing good enough lap times to actually be in the team. They practiced. They were training.
One key component, a literal driver. Lux was supposed to be here 1 hour, 10 minutes ago.
A bit worried about Lux.
Has he woken up? Is he on the way? We don't know.
Just got a text in the chat saying, oh my God, sorry guys, I'm heading now.
He showed to us he wasn't serious. And we were all about being serious at Senior Frogs.
Come here, old boy. Welcome.
Fucking hell, man, we're finished.
Yeah, I slept in. It was just one of those late nights, drinking till like 4 or 5 a.m.
Who the fuck sleeps in at 41 years old? Honestly. Like, grow up.
I thought, yeah, I'll be able to get up in like 3-4 hours. That didn't happen. But look, bro, I'm gonna try my best.
You're racing.
It looks like you're sunburnt on one side only.
Notice.
Yeah, why not?
This is it. I'm out for practice, and then practice leads straight into qualification.
This is where we decide where we line up on the grid.
If you start at the very back, you've got to wheel your way through all the different cars. Whereas if you start at the front, you've got clear open track.
It's getting sweaty now. This can be one of the most important parts of your entire race day. Chip's gonna stick us on pole position in our rookie class. I'm buzzing for this. Go on, Chip!
We sent out Chip, our fastest
Chip's quality
driver,
car as well, and his light.
qualify us
That's the
in
key.
the top 10.
He's by far our strongest driver. He's gonna absolutely kill it. I have no doubt in my mind.
Chip set off. This is quality now. The emotions were high. We said, let's go. Everyone was extremely optimistic until
nuts.
about 2 laps into quali.
The qualification was pretty demoralising, yeah.
Oh no! Chip was having a howler.
Oh my God.
This guy was dropping some of the worst lap times I'd ever seen him do at Buckmore.
That last one was a 50.8.
It's a slow start to qualifying right now for Senior Frogs. They just can't seem to get the cart out of last place.
But there was something bigger wrong. We just had to work out what it was.
I don't know what to say, but this car is extremely bumpy.
I knew something was up because this isn't like Chip.
I'm wrestling with this car.
You said there's something wrong with the car. Chip hadn't tested the car until qualifying.
Fucking wank. Look at how far ahead he is on the straight.
This could end up being the worst case scenario for us.
I think there was like 2 minutes left of qualifying, and all of us were just stood together going,
He
"Look,
did that Mercedes. He's just going down the fucking straights.
it has to be the cart. Chippo's not this bad."
We are dead last, so we think it must be the cart.
If in doubt, blame the gear.
There is 3 minutes left of the session, so we have to pull him in now, or we can't change it unless it's in the race.
If we were going to take this cart into the race, we might as well have all just headed home there and then.
We'll be starting at the back, we'll finish at the back.
They think they can stop the front. Nothing stops the front.
Something needed to be done.
Come in, pit. We're gonna get you tested quickly and change. Pit. Pit.
Box, box,
Time
box.
to go and chew some ears off.
So I said to Chip, "Come over here, we've got to speak to them. We've got to change this fucking cart." We're both like alpha males, so we decided we'd go over there and Karen the
Definitely.
shit out of them. And they were having none of it. They were saying that the cart was absolutely fine. They tested it, nothing wrong with it. I was fuming.
I don't believe him. I don't fucking believe him.
You're allowed to change the cart once before the race starts, but that's it.
In the end, we were like, "We want to change the cart." He said, "Do you want to change the cart?" We said, "Yeah." "You sure? Can't test it. We'll change the cart."
If we change and it's still bad, that means it's a skill issue.
I can't actually believe that we've qualified last. You know, if only I knew a way to save time on the track.
But I do know how to save some money using Revolut.
Oh, Revolut is a financial secret. Mate,
Dude, they're fucking carting.
There's been
This is actually the only way these videos even work these days, because you can't have all this fucking editing going on without a sponsor, so...
But those lap times were criminal.
Well, it has been an awful
You hear that, Twitch? People need sponsors.
start for Senior Frogs this year. They've qualified at the back in last. They will have it all to do.
It's now bottom of the pack.
Here we are, all the way at the back in our bright green outfits.
I'm quite happy with last because I'm starting the race, and this means I can't go backwards.
Nerves are kicking in. I can't be arsed with that stupid little run to the start.
Ultimately, we've got a new car, and that for me is a new beginning.
But not as many scratches. Yeah. You'll be flying. Yeah, let me just get a look at that. Lovely.
The plan is to leapfrog everyone else.
Are we in trouble?
Nice.
Yes.
Well done,
We're in
Chris.
trouble. Horrendous trouble.
We're so fucked.
Senior Frogs, here they are back. They were the surprise package of 12 months ago.
Look, we're starting in last, but we're making a video out of this, so I think the storyline writes itself.
It's the redemption from the back.
True.
I'd like to
Lactos.
think that we've got a load of consistent drivers, so I think across this time of 24 hours, we can pull something out of the back.
We've got the Le Mans start, which you can make positions up from. The Senior Frogs will definitely be looking to do that from the back of the grid.
Same as last year, Will was first in the cart for us.
There was still a little bit of hope in the team.
2 times round the clock, lots of potential
shit, you gotta
pitfalls in
sprint
the
to your
way
car.
of our teams. Who will emerge victorious this year?
30 seconds, Will.
There it is, and away we go for the 2023 Buckmore Park 24 hours.
So imagine this, but only YouTubers, no one else. All YouTubers, every single person
Lenny
racing is a
went out, He had a
YouTuber.
flying start. I think Harry gave him a tubby little push with all his weight behind him.
5 places straight off the bat. Go on, William.
Lads, I am flying. This car feels way better than the last one.
Oh, he's not! He's taken 4!
Oh my god, he's going to do another one. Don't crash.
Oh, don't crash. It's just full
Started
centre
looking
turn.
pretty good until about lap 2 or 3.
It's revenge.
He ended up getting spun out.
It was demoralizing.
It was not his fault at all.
The hope was there, and then we just got killed again.
It was so cruel and not the start that we wanted.
And to
It's
make
fine,
things
storyline
worse,
writes
the team
itself,
were
keep going.
already having problems with our new radio system.
Do we still have the whiteboard from last year? If not, can we get it onto Deliveroo?
He's done a 50 flat.
Got a working cart. Actually, I'm going to lie and say it was 49.
And that's how Oliver's made.
Have been lapped a few times though, but you know, I'm sure the boys are happy with my pace.
It's looking better. Will just went 50.3. No, 50.9. You were blind.
I told him he got 49.9. Oh, no.
You told him that one of his bad laps was good, and now he's going to drive like that.
Shit.
I can't say that the mood inside the camp was that good.
You're being told off.
Yeah.
Why am I being told off? You're the team principal, bro. Anything goes wrong, it's on you.
And we're lost. We are now lost. Well, we enjoyed that. This has been the Burnt Chip channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And we're off to Switzerland to go kill ourselves.
It looks like we were just not good enough. I think everybody was pretty depleted. People were actually talking about going home before midnight. Should we just go home?
And I think that was met with unanimous approval.
Could have been at home.
I might still go home, mate.
That's one of our fastest drivers out there. We're fucked. It could be over for Senor Frogs already so early on in the race.
You're on next, Chip, so if you want to make something happen, make it happen, man.
I'll try my best, boys.
This team's finished, man. We're 45 minutes into the race. We got Broski cold.
He's got the right idea, to be honest. I wouldn't want to watch what we're doing.
I got an Uber booked in 2 hours. I got to protect my mental health.
It's a sad sight, isn't it?
But it wasn't all doom and gloom. The sun had started to shine, and something tells me this year's accommodation was going to lift the team's spirits.
Whoa!
Okay.
That is fancy. Big casa, su casa. Hey.
The Chip channel's moving.
Oh, an Xbox?
I'm sleeping well.
Yeah, this is fancy. Wow, look at
They
the
don't
size
make
of
it
this
for
one.
6 foot people,
It's gotta
do
be at
they?
least
Yeah, no, I agree, man. They don't make them 6 foot people, man.
I think we stayed here, boys' weekend.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
Nah.
That's nuts.
No, see you later. I ain't feeling busy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my phone charger and I'm coming back here. Yeah. I'm not watching this shit.
Let's just go back. Enjoy your rest, mate.
Have a good one.
You need it because we're gonna get back in this shit.
Well, you're interviewing me. Yeah, look, okay, man, I'm excited for this one. I got Ethan on my left. I think Ethan's actually going to be the quickest today.
And soon enough, Will's stint was nearing its end.
Chip, I'll say you've got a job.
Bringing him in. You know what? He's done his best. And that's all we can ask for.
To be quite frank, the first stint was rough. And so it
What
was
a
time
tune
to
coming in.
unleash our speedster, Chippo Crimes.
I'm up next. Time to see if we can pull this thing back.
Right, now's the true test. Now this decides if we stay.
I know the team was relying on me.
The crowds were ready, the people were watching, he had the nation on his shoulders.
I'm actually a bit nervous, but I know when I get on the track, that'll all go.
He's got his little seat with him as well.
First driver change for Senor Frogs. Will and E gets out, so they've put Chip in, their fastest driver. This is good. They know that Josh can pull out pace.
Let's go, Chip. Big time.
Feel alright, I just fucking spun.
It's never a good sign when you get out of the car and there's nobody waiting for you. I've come back to a bit of a frosty reception.
Chip's done a 49.9.
Will!
Will. That's alright. He's quicker than me. What was I doing?
Because it hasn't gone quite as well as I thought, and everyone's considering going home.
You average like a 50.5. And we're whinging about that!
And hopefully, Chip can get us back in a position where we can finish this video.
When they came in last year, I think there was some in the paddock going, what are this bunch of YouTubers here? They don't know anything about racing. And they proved everybody in that respect completely wrong. Now it's the flip.
Like a movie,
People
this
know
is great.
that these boys
It's on
can pedal,
Netflix.
particularly when it's Chip. They're not going to give him as much
See that
space
shot?
out there
Sparking
and
off.
niceties. They're in it to win it, and they're going to get the elbows out.
Things take a turn. I've stepped in that car, instantly I was faster than all my quality laps.
He hasn't stopped raving about how good this car is, so we're in the money.
Chippo Crimes got in the car and absolutely flew.
This car feels better than the first one. Feels a lot better.
Trophy or trees are rapidly being closed in on by Senor Frogs.
Oh, on him.
Chip is on the march.
Go on, son! Go on!
He put in the stint of a lifetime.
49.9 that last one. 49.8. You're really quick. 49.6. That's the fastest lap so far. Just set your best sector one.
He was flying.
We're back in it right now.
It was a typical Chip stint, you know? Just mind fucking go.
Trophy or trees
Honestly.
have succumbed to the pressure from Senor Frogs. The march carries on.
Team Daenerys letting Senor Frogs go. So that is a willful position change. And Chip says, come on, let's go. He's got the inside line and he gets up a position.
What a stint it has been from Josh Larkin. Burnt Chip has pulled them from outside
moving
the top
up.
20. They are now pushing the top 15.
Come on, Chip.
And all of a sudden,
Racing lines
the
barking
morale
off.
was right back up. We knew we were in with a shot for podium this year.
I go for the wee first. A nervous wee.
Now it's time for our big lad Harry here.
Here we go.
To be honest
90
with you,
kg
it was a
of
little
pure
bit
muscle.
nervous. We'd seen a practice round that he'd had only a few days prior. Fingers crossed he does the business.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the race begins. Row to shore, the man himself, Harry Lewis, limbering up to get into the kart.
You nervous?
Yeah, big time.
Here he comes then into the pits.
Fucking smoked it. Come on.
This man is going to get such a fat kiss off me. It's crazy.
Go, Boggo, go.
Let's see that then. Let's come on, get in the video.
That we've seen from Chip. We know that there's pace in this kart now. There's no question of that anymore.
Chippo, you...
There's the kiss.
It's so fucking well.
So best committed to it, see?
Games, baby. Whoever tested the cart, I want his head on a fucking pole. Second goal!
Get your member out now.
I figured it out.
Oh.
And so I shared my
Ben's obviously more
newfound
than
wisdom
that.
with the team and hopped on the comms to relay the tactics to Harry.
Stamp on the brakes on the sharp corners. Do not do it at the bottom of the fast turns.
I just saw the time, so I'm really worried. Harry's put on... He's put on the weight. There's no beating around the bush. He is a fat bastard.
Tell me what section I can let them know to fix.
It's all of them, I think.
That's not what you want to hear.
Oh, Harry, you cheeky boy.
Woohoo! My boy is cooking. Harry's cooking.
It's really hard to tell when you're out in the car how you're doing, but thankfully, because of the mic system, Cal could radio through and tell him, like, oh, yeah, you had a good lap last lap. It was good for the confidence.
He's got it. That's Harry's fastest ever lap. He stepped out
Hold.
on that tarmac
Go on, Harry.
and he's absolutely flying.
Harry is cooking up something special. This is 2022 golf right here. That's what you're witnessing.
Listen, man, the weight will take it all back. He's in his prime.
There was massive relief in the team.
Yeah! Come on!
You fucking little blinder. Everybody was buzzing with how he was performing.
Oh, shit, Harry's quick, too.
We need answers. How Willeni on fresh tyres was dropping 50.8 consistently.
Senior Frogs have moved up a position. They're now up into 4th.
So, there's a lot of pressure in this, to be fair.
Oh, he's cooking! It's another 49! They had a rocky start, but they are showing that last year wasn't a flash in the pan. Harry's got them into the top 15 now, and is just dives forward, isn't he?
Comeback story of a lifetime. The sun set over Buckmore Park and floodlights illuminated the tarmac. Harry's stint was coming to an end as our favourite nocturnal amphibian readied his mind.
This man is about to drop numbers nobody has ever seen.
I think I'm just a pessimist when it comes to my stints. I just thought
Freezing up hard carry right now.
It was my turn to get in the cart and
Big
put
principle.
my stint down. Me and Harry
Christian Horney
have
himself.
always been on a similar sort of level in the cart. However, these new carts and these new tyres were going crazy. I wasn't quite sure I could match their pace.
Change for Senior Frogs from 13th place. The steely eyes of determination that can only come from Bazinga.
I'm glad that's over.
I had a few good laps.
That was the fastest you've ever driven.
I had a few slow laps, but overall...
That's what you want to hear when you
no
come off.
horrible errors. I didn't break the car this time, so we take it as a dub, I think.
4th in class.
Oh, fucking yes. Happy with that? Successful stint. Come on, Bez.
So Bez was out there putting in some very consistent, impressive times. He is a dry weather king.
Now, there was one problem. There were small signs.
Oh no.
The Frog's nightmare.
Oh, it's raining, all right. Ethan's out there right now. I know he's going to be stressed. We weren't expecting rain at this time, so this is a curveball.
But that was absolutely fine because we believe we had the best driver out there in the wet in Ethan Bazinga.
Ethan did a little bit of driving in the wet last year. He was the driver who experienced that transition, very tricky transition from the dry.
Experienced or not, the slippy
They've
surface
never been
soon took its
go-karting
toll.
when it's raining, actually, you know.
No.
I'm having a fucking sinker! My defense is getting worse. Still raining. I'm well fucking away, Chris.
Despite a wobbly start, Ethan soon grew into the race. The drizzle couldn't dampen his spirit, and this soggy froggy was setting some serious times.
You've just done a 50.3. Bez has just done a 50.1. Oh, a 50.0. Come on.
Stop excited, man.
Can't be that wet.
I'm excited.
They are now ranked back in their familiar position of 4th place in class from 12 months ago. They're in this battle.
Hold off the depression for now. I don't like okay. I like very good. And I'm not doing that.
You got this, big boy.
14th place are the Senior Frogs. Bazinga holding that squad in the discussion for the club and podium.
You are 19 seconds off third in class.
This is actually quality, by the way.
Class. You just made me want to kill myself.
It's important to remember that 3 warnings is 1 black flag. So we really can't afford to make too many mistakes if we want to have a chance at podium.
You cannot get a black flag. You just can't.
We have had a black flag.
The team in front of us, number 21, what are they called? Zesty Drink Racing, have just got themselves a black flag, which means that I think we are third in class.
Senior Frogs up to 12th place now.
Come on, Benz. Let that man coop.
So while people ahead of us, behind us, were all getting black flags, we were consistently very good.
Senior Frogs are up to 11th place. That is 2nd place in Clubman.
Bez is putting in an absolute masterclass right now.
Ethan Bazinga Payne currently is on the podium.
That's where we wanted to end this race, in the podium places.
The boy told me when I got off the stint that I'd got us onto the podium. Now, I didn't know if they were trolling or not because I didn't think that I did anything too crazy in my stint.
I felt like I was dropping food. I didn't have 10 minutes of rest. My knees hurt, and then I got cramp in my foot. But then it all turned out well, so.
From zero to hero, we had done it. Back at the pack was ancient history and it felt good, but we had to keep our heads in the game. We mustn't let this slip.
Say less.
At this point, I'm feeling good. I do feel like I've got
There's
a lot
so much
better at
pressure on this,
counting.
by the way.
Lost some
I'd
points as
hate
well.
to be like
so
5th
I
or
do feel
6th.
like I've got a decent chance of putting on some good times on the board here.
That little rocket, it put in times for us last year, so I know he's got it in him. So, viva la Chris.
Viva la Chris.
Hey guys, I just finished my stint, and now I'm gonna go to sleep.
Momentum was with us as Chris took the wheel. 2 hours of sub 50-second laps held our position firmly, and we were not the only brave of whom.
Oh yeah, it was Kingpin that night.
Let's go, kid! Come on, son. Let's go! Fucking thank God.
But was our luck about to change?
Ready.
The team briefed Lux as best they could, leaning on experience gained from the previous year. He was going to have to walk the walk. There were no 2 ways about it.
Nice.
Gidley looking on. They can be pretty happy with where they are at this stage of the race.
It's my time to shine. I'm geared up, I'm ready, I'm in my suit, I'm feeling good, mic's on. I was ready to prove to the guys that I was up there with Chippo in the fastest in this group. And guess what? It started raining.
If I wasn't nervous about Lux going out before the rain, I definitely was now.
I had a half an hour stint in the rain the other day. That's it.
This is the worst timing possible.
Poor Lux, man. You must be thinking, why me?
So I come off my stint and I look at the man replacing me and taking the mantle of the team, and I see Calix's sad, slightly strangely positioned eyes, and I think our team is not in safe hands anymore.
Don't spin. That's the big thing. Don't spin.
The bad news as well for the Senior Frogs, as you just saw there, Chris MD's just had to finish his stint.
Credit where credit is due. Chris absolutely smashed it.
The rain was falling hard on Buckmore.
This is tough for Cal. This is really tough because he's the debutant in the team and he's now got to take on this next stint in this.
Who wants to coach Cal?
Don't all raise your hand.
The torrents continued to tarnish the team spirit, and the track only got more treacherous for Lux, whose times were getting slower.
Okay, it's been done. We've lost the position to ditch finders. He's doing 106, they're doing 103.
And do you want me to tell you what's even worse? They stuck a GoPro on my shoulder. And do you know what happened? Radio, same side, first corner. Channel 15. I'm like, what's going on?
You might not be able to hear me.
Next corner, channel 22. Volume up.
He hasn't said a word to me.
Radio, FM.
Hello, mate. Just making sure you can hear me.
No, what's going on? Jess Glynn's in my ear.
Alright, he hasn't responded once.
Oh my God, it's just started raining. I've gone out. We're doing really well.
Can't hear.
And now I don't have a radio.
Back to the board.
You cannot get much more difficult than this for a debutant in
It's
karting.
raining, you can't hear.
In the middle of the night, cold, tired, wet.
Oh, tough.
It was single-handedly one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my entire life. And I had cancer.
His pace is not setting the timesheets alight.
We'll lose in about 4 seconds.
Oh my God, no.
This was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. That's too much. I said solid pace, keep going. No. He's 4 seconds off the pace of the last 3 laps.
Off of the people around us.
Every lap.
That was not the best interview.
I tried to. I thought he was. Oh, fuck.
You thought he was cooking?
He was cooking.
You thought he was cooking?
We tried to leave him out as long as possible.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to?
That's your decision.
It's not my decision.
I can't make that decision.
Your team principal.
And so I had to make the tough decision of hooking him only 30 minutes into his stint.
If we don't hook him now, we're gonna lose like.
That's sad, man. That's so sad.
Cal, we love you, but this is for the best.
You lot had to hold up a board.
Still looking okay? Yeah, still okay.
And I had to wipe my visor. Didn't see it the first time round, so I wasted another lap.
Hopefully no one pits.
Oh, come in. I was like, thank God.
Oh, he's happy about
We
it.
had no choice.
Could you hear me at all? I'm here. No.
I didn't GoPro change the channel. The whole time I'm listening to FM radio crackling. The entire time.
Oh my God, yeah, that's fine.
He's human.
I was looking every lap, I was like, please put the board up.
I felt bad, like I got back and I was like, boys, I've let you down. And they were all like, no, it's all good. Like it was hard conditions, plus your radio didn't work, plus this, plus that. But I was really like attacking myself.
I certainly would have
It's quite sad, like, because you want to be the boys and delivering.
Year, supposed to be good and you've done this. I didn't get to show off my potential.
No.
Be like that. It's just bullshit. I hate letting the boys down.
Well, it's all a very emotional video, isn't it? Come on, Chip with the storytelling. It's going off.
Wish I'd have gone out earlier. Just like at least give me a chance.
Yeah.
But I can't make excuses. It's should have got more wet practice. But hey, there's ups and downs in the video. Maybe we'll still get a podium.
Get it on Netflix. Get it on there. Forget Drive to Survive. Get this on Netflix.
Pit of depression was the fact that I knew we had someone special in the wings. Someone who was a wet specialist.
My name is Matt Plum, and I'm the Senior Frogs Reserve driver and a bit of a wet weather specialist.
Nicknamed the Soggy Frog.
We were going to need it because it was torrential rain.
Got suited up, popped Harry's suit on.
We need you to cook, brother.
Popped my helmet on, headed out onto track for the first stint.
I drove 10 laps this track in practice this morning, and that is as far as my experience here goes, so no pressure at all.
We hadn't even driven Buckmore before.
Little dorky 18-year-old who spent his life sweating around kart tracks. Maybe he can save us.
It's a new Senior Frog that we've never seen out on circuit before. They've pulled Matt Plum, the photographer. I didn't even know he was registered as a driver.
106.5.
He's a wild card, and he is now tearing it up out there.
The boy put in a phenomenal shift.
I was absolutely flying. I was overtaking person after person.
He's almost up there with the leaders of the race.
He's cooking! Whoa, look at him go! Go on, Mr. Plum, save the frogs.
Right, the rain is falling heavy now, mate, so just take care.
We're getting to the level where you can see the spray being kicked up off the fenders of the cart. It is very soggy out there now.
This is the heaviest rain we've had yet.
Senior Frogs are closing in on a position here. This would be for 4th place in class, back to where they were last year.
And all of a sudden, what seemed to be a lost race, it was back on the cards.
We could pull this off.
It was like Lando was in that seat. Maybe he was.
Change for position. The Senior Frogs have got past the ditch finders.
They might struggle to beat this next year again.
He's gassed. He's so gassed.
We're flying up the rankings.
Calix may be disappointed that he had to withdraw, but I think tactically for the team, this was the right call.
This is it. We were first in class.
How on earth has he done this?
I couldn't believe it. You know, my heart was like starting beating fast. Like butterflies. Reminded me of my first kiss.
This race just got a whole lot more interesting.
I've just been told that this, I thought that was a building. I didn't realise it had wheels on it. Chip, I love you. There's just no need for it to be that big. I'm a happy boy.
Okay, it is 40 minutes until Chip is meant to be out. We're gonna go wake him up.
Chip, it's time. No, is it wet?
Oh, it's wet.
It was very wet.
Not even gonna dry up. It's still raining.
It was time for Chip to jump back in the car, and after a really successful first stint, we were hoping he'd replicate that.
And Chip right now is trying to just watch and see how he's doing it, so hopefully when he goes out in a few minutes, he can emulate the same thing.
What a team principal this man is.
Flying. This is going to be a really important stint coming up.
There goes Chip then entering the pit lane.
I'm feeling good. I haven't raced in football in the wet since the last 24-hour race. That's the only problem.
but we are first in class.
I'll tell you something, that is a busy pit lane.
This is not the moment you want to be pitting.
Staying out one more lap. We want to get a clean run into the fuel bay here, so we lose as little time as possible.
We're pushing our fuel.
People keep coming in and taking our fuel spot.
Oh, shit. Plum, what are you doing?
If he doesn't manage to get in and fuel soon, we genuinely could run out and stop and track.
Ah! We don't have fuel!
Here they come then, the Senor Frogs into the pit lane.
In the fuel.
I won't lie, I was nervous to go out in the rain. It was puddles, you know, there's aquaplaning everywhere. It was crazy.
The cart is ready for him. He jumps in and he'll make his way back out onto track.
Fucking hell, Smashed it, brother. Smashed it.
Come on! First hairpin, I've spun it.
That's an immediate spin for Chip.
Chip spun out. No. Chip spun out.
Ooh, rejoins. Bit of contact.
The lack of wet practice was really starting to show.
He was all over the shop.
Chip now has to get used to these conditions and quickly as well.
I was out for a mere few laps before our scheduled maintenance stop came beckoning, and what better to use this time than to go over the wet lines with our specialist.
Don't go on the red, it's slippy as shit.
With fresh tyres and wet wisdom acquired, I was more ready than ever.
The one bit of wisdom there was.
Service stop, they find themselves 5th in class.
Weren't too concerned with Chippo going out. We knew he'd get the hang of it.
When Chip's behind the wheel, everybody in the team has belief that we still have a chance at getting something out of this race.
Chippo Crimes on the move, kicking the back end of the cart out there.
He just had his best lap.
After that, I don't think I actually spun it again for a while or at all. It was more so getting that one spin out of the way and then I was good to go. So the hope wasn't completely gone. Like, we could do this. It just meant that me and Matt were gonna have to maybe put in some extra hours.
He's come off. There's no one there. I've had to run to the RV.
The time is 3:41 and we're off to wake up Bazinga for his next stint.
I was in a deep sleep until I was shook by Harold.
Those beds are very comfy though.
That's
those ones.
rain, but you gotta go out. There's no one else.
I hope it just stays like this, because then at least it'll dry out a bit.
Feeling refreshed?
No.
Get your helmet.
Get that down, you little slut. Hey look, I'll run a tight ship, okay?
Ethan Payne back in the cart shortly then.
It was time for Ethan to get back out on that track for his second stint. And this time the rain was so much worse than when he first went out there.
On a serious note, if Ethan even does a half decent pace in these terrible conditions, I'll lick his bum crack. For 5 minutes.
Beforehand,
5 whole minutes.
He nominated me as one of the better drivers in the wet.
The heavier you are in the wet, the more the cart's gonna turn.
Here comes Chippo into the pit lane.
The nerves were mounting.
There goes Bazinga.
I know these boys are good drivers, and I don't want to let them down. And it gets off to a nightmare start.
Oh no, as Bazinga spins on the first corner.
And that wasn't the first time he did it again.
Oh,
He likes drifting, to be fair.
And again.
Oh, he spun it again.
Again.
That's the 5th time I've pinned it, you lot. This is bad.
Again.
You're spinning it sector 1 every time and it's costing us so much time.
And my God, the screams I was hearing through my headset, no man should ever have to go through.
Ah! Fuck's sake!
We need him, we need the heavy boys to make it round.
Hey, man! Fucking hell! I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I have never seen someone capitulate like he did on that racetrack.
So well.
We were doing
We
well.
were doing so good.
Right, yes, Ethan. You've got all the boys here supporting you, don't you worry.
Dawn was upon us, and with it brought an unexpected challenge. Ethan was on the verge of being soaked in a different kind of way.
Guess what? Small bladder Bez needs a wee.
I just had a full monster, so I might have to wet myself mid-stint.
So I decided to sink one before my sin.
Ethan is out on track. Everyone else is asleep. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm hoping someone walks the door any minute now, otherwise we are finished. Oh dear. Yeah, so we've been checking the forecast and there was glimmers of sun to come.
Morning. Fucking freezing.
We can just get Matt to do all our wet weather laps for us. We might have a chance here still. So unfortunately, he was like a sacrificial lamb. We just sent him out to the rain gods.
I was about 3 minutes away from pissing my race suit.
Look me! Look me!
Absolutely frozen, starving. Was not looking good, but we had a 2-hour stint to go and do, so we did it. We got ready.
All right, Ethan, be ready.
And just to put the icing on the cake, instead of driving to the fuel bay, I drove straight to the driver change.
Oh no, now something's gone wrong there.
Poor guy.
Something has gone wrong. for Senor Frogs. That wasn't part of the plan.
It is 6 a.m. and he's barely slept. We'll forgive him, we'll forgive him.
There he goes. Bazinga now brings it into the fuel bay.
That is a man who was bursting for a piss.
Imagine if I dropped that stint and pissed myself.
We only realised, me and Harry, about 2 minutes before that we hadn't set the radio up. Went out after about 2 laps, dead.
Worryingly, Plum hasn't said anything to me in a long time, so I'm going to wait till the next straight and do a mic check, but if we've lost comms, we could be in fucking trouble here. So we can't hear him, he can't hear us, and he's got 2 hours of silence. Poor fella.
I never want to do it again. In both fucking years, all I've had is rain. I'm going to bed. I ain't doing this fucking, oh, it's getting dark, it's raining shit again. I was like literally about to wet myself, by the way.
tell from your voice.
I have never been so angry in a go-kart.
You fucking idiot.
I could cry.
Ethan is legitimately going to have a snooze and then go and play a Sunday League semi-final right now, so I respect the hustle. I think his head might be gone though, so someone's getting crunched. Alright, so we're currently heading to the van to wake up Chris and Will like an hour and a half before they're
Harry slept, or is he just fervent the whole time?
We need manpower. It's just me. I'm a fucking Moretti.
Harry rallied the troops as Plum did what
What's he
Plum
got
does best.
Moretti?
What? Go back to sleep. Back to sleep.
Come to the... No one's here, please. I need help.
Another indomitable effort from Matt was followed by William Lenny.
I have seen the weather forecast, so I'm preemptively putting on a wetsuit.
What a stint! What a stint from Matt Plum. Will Lenny goes out on circuits.
You got this, man. You got this. Come on.
We've not seen him since hour 2 of the race.
And Will kept pace and saw the Frogs keep position.
I'm a free man!
A much better stint than his first. Plum got back in the karts for an astonishing third stint, and as he exerted every last calorie in his body, the boys were consuming unnecessary ones.
Bake some banana bread for the team.
Oh, it's already sliced. I forgot I did that.
Matt Plum's out there. Maybe he can save us.
He's not alive, by the way.
So I'm thinking.
Team
Where
morale
is
was
he?
at an all-time low.
Bro, I can't do this anymore. Ethan said he wanted to kill himself. Ethan was screaming down the mic.
He's always ready to kill himself.
But with a team talk even Mourinho would be proud of from yours truly,
One thing I know about my friends here, we don't give up.
the karting gods gave us hope.
2 warnings in 20 minutes for Team Daenerys, actually.
Maybe it's not over yet.
It's looking like it needs a miracle.
Jeez,
but
what a
miracles
tune.
do happen.
What a
Keep the
tune.
faith. It was time for Chippo's last stint.
The track is about as bad as it can get.
My God, emotions are high.
There's still a chance we could do this.
P3 might still be on.
With the weight of a team on my shoulders,
Here we go.
I dragged myself to the pit lane.
Fucking have it,
We need real
For
music
me,
in YouTube
was it-
videos, man. I know you can use like the different services, but still. Just let us use music, man.
A task of momentous proportions.
If there's one man that can do it, it's this man.
I had to leave everything on the track.
Have you shut yourself again?
A
few months ago, this man has just done 6.5 hours of the last 12 hours. I haven't seen anything like this.
His body must be nax.
Oh my
His karting's a workout.
Oh my God! This man has just been to war. I've never seen anything like
I
it.
can't hear at my left ear.
He's only 18 and we've broken him.
I never want to go in another go-kart ever again.
The good news is, it wasn't all for nothing.
He's given us the best chance possible. Now it's on Chip.
Chippo is closing that gap to the podium, but can he do it before the time runs out?
You can tell on the headset, things were tense.
This is so fucking shit. I can't go home. Like,
We wanted to push him as hard as we could.
what are the young of frogs called?
Toad.
At this point, I think we've accepted defeat.
It all seemed too much. The weather had absolutely crippled us.
There wasn't enough time left.
My efforts seemingly futile.
Hello, mate. Let me know when you can start driving.
The Frogs had one last trick up their sleeve.
Get up here as soon as you can, and we'll get you out.
It was time to send out the secret weapon.
Chip, we found a secret weapon. We need you to driver change.
It's the known two-ways
ASAP.
man himself. He's back for round 2.
This, it appears, Senor Frogs are making a very late driver change. But who could it be?
I get into the pits, I look up, and I look through the visor, and my worst fears have been realized. It was Callum. Callum McGinley.
He sees me and he goes, oh my God.
You just laughed at him.
No!
I think Chip thought it was legitimately Lando that was coming by.
We were screwed.
What kind of secret weapon is that?
Oh no! He's screaming no!
In this kind of thing, you've got to have fun. You can't take it too serious. And there was one man who needed some more track time, a bit of practice for next year.
Nah, but if he starts going faster than me, then I might be the most finished driver of all time.
He's part of the Senor Frogs team, so him going out for a final stint was actually quite fun.
I have to put in an amazing shift, so I did.
There are times in life where people have to come along and save the day. This is one of those moments.
And Callum McGinley get us back in it.
Redemption story?
Calix's final stint went exactly how I think we all thought it was gonna go. It was an abomination.
We were going to finish 14th if I stayed out. We are now going to finish 16th in the space of 30 minutes.
Chaos. I love it, man. We can get a podium. We might as well have fun.
About 3 laps in, I look over and he's facing the wrong way.
Spun, he spun! Oh. At the end of the day, the Frogs were still in high spirit. We were really happy that we'd even made it this far in this weather.
It was a weirdly wholesome experience. It was all letting go. There was 23 hours of stress, thinking, oh, we're in the mix here, we could win. And then when you finally let go and realise, but there's no chance of winning here, you can just enjoy Calux sliding around the rain.
And so we watched on as Calux spun over and over.
He's gone everywhere!
And although we were falling down the leaderboard, I couldn't help but appreciate the sense of camaraderie within the group.
There he goes, boys, there he goes.
The Senor Frogs squad cheering on Calix to the end of this race. But in 2023, your Buckmore Park 24-hour champions once again are Dab Motorsport.
We didn't come last.
The Frogs had fallen short for a second year running, but failure had taught us an important lesson. The road to success can be a winding one, and you may spin out on occasion. But one thing's for sure, if you don't get back in the driver's seat and take control of the wheel, you'll never get to where you really want to be.
I think the question on everyone's lips is, will we be back next year?
Of course we'll be back next year, of course we will. I think we've got to try one more time.
We need to come by with a plan, practice in the wet, and bring it home for you lot.
Third time lucky.
Buckmore Park 2024, one last dance.
I'm not coming back.
Oh no. Literally mental. Like crazy good video. Like crazy good video. Put it on Netflix. Get it on Netflix. Forget it. Forget YouTube, mate. Zerkaa secret weapon. No, I haven't raced in the rain ever. I haven't been karting in 2 years, 3 years. I will be very sick though, I ain't gonna lie. Does make me want to go karting. But yeah, Chip, there you go. That video is next level. Like, genuinely crazy.